my first YouTube channel. My name is Sofia Perez. Thank you for joining. And if you're here, the whole point of my YouTube channel is to give you a little bit of information when it comes to fitness, when it comes to nutrition, and more importantly, to share my journey, my experiences with you. Because when it comes to fitness, when it comes to nutrition, there's a lot of overwhelming information out there. And I was one that was thrown into this and was trying everything at once and got really discouraged to the point where I just wanted to quit because I thought maybe looking good and like feeling good more than anything wasn't for me. So if that's you, if you're someone that's find themselves in this moment like discouraged, unmotivated, and that lacks a little bit of structure, keep watching and hopefully this video helps you. So a little bit of backstory for me. I played tennis over 20 years of my life. I played for the Costa Rican national team and I competed at a Division I tennis school. And my whole life, my identity and my self-worth was being an athlete. And once I graduated, like it could happen to most of us, we kind of have this idea of all the things we want to do once we graduate, and then we notice that life just doesn't go our way. You know, life has other plans for us, and that was my case. I had all these plans. I had studied something that once I graduated, I realized I wasn't very passionate about. I lacked a lot of self-worth, a lot of self-confidence. I was always placing my self-worth, my confidence in external validation. And the one thing with external validation is that it fades very quickly. It's momentarily. They can tell you something, and once you turn your back, it's gone, you know? And then it kind of leaves you with that thrill of like looking for the next high, you know, like looking for the next person that's gonna give you that validation. And there were a lot of times where I was just in bed all night, like crying, because I just felt worthless, you know? I was like, I don't even know, I'm wasting my life. My life is going before my eyes. I was partying a lot, I was drinking a lot, I was eating out a lot, but because I just wanted to numb the pain of what I was actually feeling. I actually just wanted to escape my reality. I didn't want to confront it and actually do something about it. And it came to the point where I started to hide myself. I didn't want to go out anymore. I didn't want to see my friends. I would go to the gym and I would hide between layers of clothing. And the only reason I went to the gym was because my whole life, like that's what I did. I just went and worked out. I didn't play tennis anymore, but I had to be active in some way. And got to the point where even that I wasn't even enjoying because I wasn't seeing any progress, you know? And the worst thing is like I wasn't even seeing progress in my body, but like mentally I was just going out there to burn the calories that I had ate the night before or had drank the night before, or the ones I was gonna eat and the ones I was gonna drink that day. So it became a very like negative feedback loop where I was just tired. I was inconsistent, I was unmotivated, I was so negative, and not even like I was negative. I had a lot of negative energy, but I was so negative to myself. I used to like look in my mirror and pick myself apart and say all the hundreds and thousands of things I hated about myself. And I remember one day going to a class and the instructor actually was talking about like you don't have to follow the bunch just because it's on Fridays. Everyone goes to party. That doesn't mean you have to go to party. And it was like, I don't really remember what the instructor said at the time, but it was something along those lines. And the message really resonated to me to the point where I came back home and I was like, this is not what I want to continue to do. This is not who I want to be. I don't want to be the person that just numbs their pain and just keeps living for just those Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturday nights. Like Monday through Thursday would just be filler days, and then the days I enjoyed was the Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights, and then Sundays were the worst day of my life because I would wake up, I would of course be hammered, but I would just feel so empty inside of me. I would feel so discouraged, so depressed. I would spend all day in bed. I remember my best friend would drive every single weekend to come be with me, and I would just be so miserable because I knew she had to go back, and I would have to be sitting alone again with my thoughts and just feeling sad. So I knew in order for me to start feeling better, my routines and my habits kind of had to change. So I decided to start my fitness journey, and this time take it seriously, not actually go through the motions, but actually try something. So I enrolled in every class you can think about. I did HIIT classes, I did boxing, I did spinning, I did everything. I tried all the diets. I tried the keto, I tried the fasting, I tried low protein, high fat, anything you can think of, I tried. A ton of laxatives. I was doing juice cleanses. I was not eating for days, and then that led for me to binge eating. And there was a bit of a time where I was struggling with an eating disorder. And then, so again, it led me to this negative feedback loop where I was like, damn, like I'm trying all this, I'm taking my body to all these extremes, and I'm not seeing any change. So mentally, I was crushed again. Physically, I was crushed because I was trying all these things. I was really tired. I was so inflamed. And more than anything, like, it comes to the point where you don't even like that version of you that you see in the mirror. Not just physically, but you just look sad. You can see in your eyes, you can see in your face and your expressions that you just look sad. I now sit down and see pictures of myself, and I can still vividly remember that look in my eyes when I saw myself in the mirror, and I just didn't like it. So then I decided that I'm just gonna do 3 things. I sat down with myself and I'm like, okay, for 3 months, we're just gonna do 3 things. And that was 1, I was gonna wake up every day at 5 a.m. 2, I was gonna eat at least 5 times a week at my house. I had no idea about macros, but I just started cooking. And 3, I was just gonna do my own workout plans. I was gonna go to the gym, write my workout plans the day before, and just go and hit the gym. And believe it or not, even though I had no idea what I was doing with my nutrition and my fitness, my body actually started to change. And the reason for my body actually changing had nothing to do with my fitness and my nutrition. It started changing because of my mindset. It started changing because of my routines and my habits. Those 3 little routines that I changed helped me give that jump that I couldn't do for months of trying every extreme diet, every extreme training that was out there. And the reason for that is because I could be consistent with those 3 things. I had the opportunity to sustain them for 3 months and actually be consistent and show up for myself every day. And here's the thing, a lot of the times our self-worth, our self-confidence comes because we don't trust ourselves. We can't trust ourselves to do one thing right. So I challenged myself to actually stick to these 3 things. Getting up early, to cooking at least 5 times a week, and then to going to the gym and doing my own workout plans. I tried no classes, I tried no crazy cardio, and I just stuck to that and ran with it for 3 months. And once my body started changing, I was like, okay, I can trust myself with these 3 things. Let's take it to another level. Started learning a little bit more about nutrition and what it actually does for our body, because I was eating more at home, but I knew I could do better. I needed to understand macros and the importance of them and what they do for your body. And I noticed when I was putting the right foods in my body for my body type, I started feeling better. My energy was better, my mood was better, I could perform better at the gym. Every time I went to the gym, I wasn't just tired or inflamed or bloated. I actually started feeling better. And then when it came to my workouts, I started to learn more about like how to pair them, how to structure them. And it's been a whole learning process. Till this day, I still continue to learn about nutrition, about my workouts, about my body. But more than anything, I fell in love with the process. I stopped following a result and trying to fall in love with a result or with a specific look. And I started to fall in love with the process, because I can tell you, I was at my probably skinniest I've ever been, or fittest or whatever, and I was the most miserable I was. I still had no self-confidence, I still had no self-worth. I was still placing that in external factors. I was putting it in like how people perceive me, and then people will tell me you look great and stuff. And here's the thing, people will tell you you look great, you look healthy, you look amazing, you are beautiful. They try to hype you up, but they don't carry that emotional weight that you carry. They don't understand what it is to not feel enough, to not feel worthy, to not feel happy with yourself, to look yourself in the mirror and still not feel it. So I just want to let you know that a lot of the times it's not about how we look or how people perceive us, it's how we feel. So never let anyone's opinion on you discourage you, good or bad, because it is you at the end of the day that has to carry that emotional weight. So where I'm at today with my fitness journey is I can't wait every single day to wake up and do it all over again, because I've created routines and habits that make me feel my best. Even though there's days where, you know, we all go through, our hormones changed and weight gain, and some days we eat more, some days we go out to eat with our friends and stuff. Even though I have those days where I don't feel like look my best, I feel my best. And that's what was more importantly. Even though today I might go eat a burger, a pizza, or do something fun. I know I will still be excited for tomorrow because I've built a routine, I built habits for myself that make me excited for tomorrow. That excitement doesn't come anymore from that rush of getting validation from someone else. That excitement comes from me trusting myself again, that I am capable of doing whatever I set my mind to, of trusting myself. So I hope my fitness journey inspires you girls out there to continue or maybe start your fitness journey. I know a lot of times there's a lot of ups and downs, but I will tell you it is all worth it because you won't value the highs if you don't have those low days. And I know sometimes in the moment it's easier said than done. It's easy when people tell you like the light's at the end of the tunnel and you don't feel like it, you feel like you're doing everything right. I just want to encourage you to keep going because every time you stop, you are letting yourself down. You are telling your brain you cannot trust yourself, and your self-worth is becoming smaller and smaller and smaller. And that's where you start placing in external factors. And from someone that did that for so long, I want to tell you that's the worst thing you can do to yourself. If you want to take anything from my fitness journey, I encourage you, if you're starting or if you're already in your journey, pick 3 things that you want to do and stick with them for a period of time. You will see how your body starts changing, and hopefully in the next videos you'll also find some tips on nutrition, on training that will help you continue. So thank you for listening.